All right, welcome to the Older Gym Basketball Games Camp. We're going to start off with our opening talk. Make sure that you are ensuring that all the kids are listening, paying attention, ball down, foot on top. If you need to, make sure you're helping your coaches do the same thing. The kids are going to do exactly what you do and exactly what the coaches do. So if you're moving, they're going to move. So make sure that everyone is staying still. You're going to get into your what did you learn clinic today, which is going to be our step up layups. So you're going to teach on the right side. You want to make sure that they understand. They're going to step with their right foot, then their left foot, and then they're going to go ahead and go up on for the right side layup. On the left side, they're going to do left, right, and then up. We really want to encourage them to try both sides. Get their hands high. Make sure that they're getting a nice soft shot off the backboard. Get the teams into the baskets, get them doing their layups. Start off with a basketball with everyone's hand. They're not gonna be dribbling at all. They're gonna start on the block, just doing the footwork, getting that down, and then you can slowly pull them back. Once we feel good about the layups, then we want to get into our speed layups. Make sure you watch the video for this as well. You're just going to set up a big course on the half court with a bunch of cones around the baseline and sidelines and half court line. We're going to do a speed layup into the basket and then dribble around through the cones. We're going to get into our scrimmages. We want to make sure that the teams are even and fair. It's just a one-day camp, so we really want to make sure that when we get into game time, everyone has the opportunity to play against each other. We want to keep the scores close, so make sure that we make trades. Don't let the kids know when you're making a trade what the reason is behind it. Try to make it fun and exciting, and really want to double check to make sure that friends are partnered up together. Again, one-day camp, so we want to make sure that every single friend has an opportunity to be with their friend, especially if they requested. Team meeting will come next. In the event this is a 4-hour camp, which usually is in the morning, definitely want to make sure that our hourly employees get a break. We'll have gym directors get a break at this point. When we get into our team meetings, we want to ensure that every single coach and camper is sitting with their team in a circle, everyone on the same level. We don't want coaches up on a chair with the kids on the ground. We want everyone at the same level. Want to encourage everyone to be able to see each other's eyes as well. So at this time, we want to make sure that our coaches are sitting with the kids. They're working on the rosters, writing the names down, and then we're going to be passing out our T-shirts. As a reminder, make sure that we write the name on the back of the shirt prior to giving it to the kid. Makes it a lot easier than giving it to them and writing it on their back. Always make sure that every single kid has a size that fits them. Whether it's too small or too big, we want to find something that absolutely fits them so the parents are happy and the kids are happy and they feel confident wearing it to camp every single day. Once you get your team meeting going and everything looks great, then you can take your 10-minute break. Next game is Golden Child. Make sure that you watch the video for this. It's a fan favorite for all. We really want to make sure that you explain it well to the kids and get your coaches really involved in that demonstration so they know how to play the game as well. Next up is going to be our snack break, which is just a quick 10-minute break. Encourage your coaches during this time to sit with the kids and get to know them. Again, similar to a team meeting, everyone should be sitting on the same level. Everyone should be able to see each other, and the coach should really do a great job of engaging with every single kid, asking them questions, getting to know them. You only have one day to really get these kids excited about wanting to come back. So let's make sure that we spend this 10 minutes during snack break making them feel really comfortable and feeling like they have a friend. Next up is going to be our free shoot. This is when our hourly coaches will get a 10-minute break. Again, this is for a 4-hour shift. So once we get into that free shoot, the gym director will watch the kids while the coaches take their quick 10-minute break. Next up is going to be Pac-Man, which is a fan favorite, a La Garza staple game here. When we're playing Pac-Man, we want to make sure that every single kid has a ball, and we're going to get them onto the lines. Try to use the sidelines, the baselines, all the, maybe the black lines on the basketball court. If you want to use the volleyball lines as well, you can. But ultimately, this is the video game version of Pac-Man basketball style. So every single kid has to stand on a line, which is the track and the course. Every kid will have a basketball. Between all the coaches, you only have one basketball split up between everybody. Whichever coach has the basketball is the coach that you want to avoid and stay away from. So the coaches have to dribble on the basketball lines as well. So if the coach is dribbling on the line and they tag a player, a camper that has a basketball, they have to get out. Now, make sure when the kids get out that they don't just sit on the sideline. Make sure that we have a coach or somebody on the side having them work on ball handling skills, or maybe working on, what we learned today. One of our clinics are layups, but this is a great opportunity to do copycat dribble, where the kids can mimic what a coach is doing. Work on right hand in and out, left hand in and out, through the legs, behind the back, all kinds of fun little dribbles. This gives the kids an opportunity to do something while they're waiting. One option you can do as well is, if it's a little bit more challenging, you can use a pool noodle to tag the kids. But typically this is more of like a younger gym type of thing. So I encourage you to have the coaches play, get involved, and tag the kids when they're playing. Last but not least, before getting into games, we have our game clinic. So again, make sure you watch the video regarding this. It's really important to go through our 3 rules of camp, which is pass and cut, wait for the cutter, and then make sure that we fill up. I like to put the dots out so the kids know exactly where to stand. They can understand spacing, and they don't have to stand exactly on the dot, but definitely want to stand around the dot. Really encourage them to pass and cut to each other, to look for the person who's most open, and practice this at their basket before getting into our games. And now, once we get into game time, we want to make sure that that's the most exciting part of the day. They're going to take everything that they learned and implement that into our game. So energy needs to be at a 10 out of 10. Coaching and teaching needs to be at a 10 out of 10. We really want to make sure that the coaches are on the court, involved, moving up and down. Every single time the kids come by and run by the coaches, we want to make sure that at least 1 or 2 kids get a high five every time. During game time, make sure that you set a clock on your phone, or use a digital clock, and do subs every 4 minutes. We really want to maximize the amount of time that kids play, rather than doing long subs, 7-minute subs. We want to do short subs, and everybody gets to play more often, and you're sitting out less often as well. So in that 4 minutes when we're playing, every single kid gets a shot, every single kid gets a high five, and it's the most exciting part of the day. Last but not least, once we end our games and we get everybody lined up, make sure that we get them all lined up in straight lines at half court. If you have an opportunity to come up in front of the whole group and do your What Did You Learn clinic, we definitely want to come up there. There's some questions on the back that you can ask. You can have them demonstrate the layup. You can have them, ask which foot you're supposed to step first when you're doing a right-handed layup, left-handed layup. How do you release the ball? Where are you aiming on the backboard? Do you want to shoot hard? Do you want to shoot high or low, hard or soft? Whatever works, but we want to use this opportunity to remind the kids what we learned and show the parents what we learned as well. Thanks. Have fun today.